Mini at all X's. Don't know what my hair looks like today, but oh well, it's me. Today I was gonna do Magic Q Snap, but I'm like, I just did it, and it's mainly my followers that normally comment. So, but I thank you all. I thank you. I really do. I love hearing from you. I love reading the comments, and we'll wait till maybe January, and I'll do the Magic Q Snap again. This video is going to be a little bit different. I have a special surprise. So I figured, well, this is December, is right before Christmas. What I'll do is I'll do my WIP parade for this year. I have been working, wait a minute. I worked on my WIP Go board, and I've got all but 2 of my WIPs listed on my WIP Go board. I even have one for the free space. I've got 9. It's 25 blocks, so I've got 27 WIPs total at this point. And so I put 25 WIPs on my WIP Go board, and I've got 9 that I want to finish the stitching on completely. 2 of them need beading and 1 needs assembly. 13, I'm going to put in 1,000 stitches on them because they're not close enough to be finished, and I don't want to set my goals too high where I'll fail. So I'll set them at 1,000. Last time I had 500 stitches, but 500 stitches is, to me, is next to nothing. It's like not even worth pulling the WIP out, work on it. So I'm going to put in 1,000 stitches, maybe more, but the minimum is 1,000 stitches. I have 13 of those. I have one, my Advent animal. I'm going to do, my goal is 3 squares on there. So I decided, I said, well, I'll do a WIP parade. Let's see. I've got a little bit of haul that I want to show you very quickly, and then we'll get into the WIP parade. Okay. Since my last video, I don't remember exactly when I bought this or when I got it, but since my last video, okay, a friend of mine, I'm not going to call any names, but a friend of mine sent me a beautiful piece of fabric. It's gorgeous. I love this color. It's called Star Sapphire. It's beautiful piece of linen. Beautiful, beautiful. And a beautiful piece of a beautiful skein of Gloriana silks to go with it. So thank you. You know who you are. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. I did a little shopping. I went on Lindy Stitches website, and I bought some fabric, which was, I didn't know she had fabric. I had bought her some charts. I bought a chart. Let's see, which one is it? It was an instant download. Yeah, here we go. I bought this one because I liked it. It's Cats Love Christmas. I haven't started yet. I'll probably eventually get to it, and hopefully it'll be stitched by next Christmas. But I have bought this chart. So while I was there and I looked and saw she had fabric, so I checked it out. I bought this. It's a beautiful 32 count Sweet Pea Belfast linen. Very pretty. Love that color. Gary, you should like this too. I think it's a Gary green. It'll work as a Gary green. So Halloween, I'm ready. I also bought a piece of 32 count flax linen from Lindy Stitches. And I've already got a piece of it in one of my to start projects. Actually, it's the Harriet Tubman from Primitive Hair. This will be started the 26th of December, which is the beginning of Kwanzaa. So, in honor of Harriet Tubman, I'm going to start that chart on the 26th of December. I received my Carowin. This is from Under the Sea Fabrics. This is gorgeous. This is 32 count even weave, but it's gorgeous. Now, the linen takes the dye a lot deeper, so it's more of a deeper reddish orange, but I like this. I really like this one. I don't know what I would do on a real deep orange. I also went to Stony Creek website, and I was looking for fabric to do the 2020 pandemic sampler. And well, I went to, matter of fact, I went to 1 through 3 stitch, but I couldn't get a big enough piece. This is 32 count dark cobblestone Lugana. That's what the color, that's what it looks like. And I couldn't get a big enough piece, but I like the color. So I went to Stony Creek, and I could get a fat half. Enough for that sampler. It's a 32 count. They do the sampler. I think the sampler is done on 40 count. This is 32, so mine would be a little bit bigger. So anyway, that's what I got there. And of course, you know, nothing can travel by itself, so the fabric couldn't come along, and neither could one chart. So I got 2 charts. I got the Buttercup Designs. This is Pretty Kitty monthly series. This is May and June. I like that. And then I got this. This I've been wanting. This has been in my my wish list at 123 Stitch for a while. So I just went on and get this one. La-di-da, Miss Mary Mac. So that'll be some Halloween stitching later on in the year. Instant gratification. I'm telling you, the instant downloads, I can't help myself. I need to stop. But I was watching Jean Farish, and she was talking about stockings. Well, she mentioned a stocking she mentioned the fact that she had made so many stockings, you know, for her family and for her and her husband and her children. And then she said she couldn't find one year. And she couldn't find the one that she had made for herself. So she used this one, which is a really, really long ornamental stocking that, you know, wasn't necessarily meant to be hung on the chimney, on the fireplace. But she used it that year for herself because she couldn't find another one. And I saw that stocking, and I'm like, oh, I want that stocking. I want that stocking. I've never made an actual, well, I've stitched a stocking shape, but I've never actually made it into a stocking. But I wanted this one because it's, and I was in such a hurry to get this ABC. It's Down Home ABCs. I completely blanked on the Christmas ABCs. So I went to her website and I ordered this one. This is Hometown, a Down Home ABCs. Now this isn't a stocking, but I thought this was the chart that she had used to make her stocking. And I'm like, well, maybe I could just line those up and I'll make a stocking too. And then I realized, oh, that's not the same one when I spoke with her. because I text her. Well, I sent her a message, and she was telling me, she said that she had these, but she had to put them on her website. So as soon as she put them out on her website, I ordered one of these. That way I have the actual lineup for the stocking. I have the shape for the stocking. So I have both of them. I have this one, the regular ABCs, and then the stocking. So I'm excited about those. This is, I think this is a freebie, if I'm not mistaken. It's Just Stitching Along. And this is Miss Mary Yeager, 1859. I like that. Now this is a sampler. Unlike the Pandemic, this is a small one. So I may have this done before the end of next year. I'm not a sampler person, but for some reason they're drawing me in more and more. So I like this one. And it was a free one, so then I saw some other stuff on Etsy. I can't help myself. This one is Africa. This is beautiful. This is art by Mariana. Let's see if it's got a website on here. If it's on here, if I can get the Etsy store, the name, of course I'll put it in the description box below in case anybody is interested. Right now, all I see is art by Mariana. Yep. That's all I see right now. I'm sure it's in here. And I'm rushing a little bit right now because the WIP parade may take a while. I do have 27 WIPs. So I don't want to hold you all day. And then, like I said, I have my surprise at the end. I saw this was an instant download. This is from I'll put it below, but this is I Put a Spell on You, the Sanderson sisters. And of course I saw this one too, so I had to get this one too. This is, the author is Jesse Palmer, but I had to get that. And these were on Etsy. So okay, that is all of my haul. My haul and gifts. So I'm going to move that and put that over here. 1 second. Out of the way. So that way when I start stacking WIPs up, I'll have some room. Well, I'll just put them on the lid down there. Okay. They're not in any particular order, and they're not in the order that I put them on my WIP Go board, because I just got them back in my tote, which is, these are my WIPs. Okay. And yes, they're all in one spot, one container. And like I said, I'll probably finish, hopefully 9 of them will be finished being stitched. And then they can come out and I'll have space for maybe 9 more by the end of next year. Okay, so we're going to get started. My first WIP is one that I started around Christmas last year, and it's called, where is it? Oh. It's called Happy Kwanzaa. I don't know why I used this fabric. I don't know why. And I wanted to use this fabric, but I thought my size was right. and I cut my fabric too small. So there's some adjustments I'm going to have to make. This is what the chart is supposed to look like. So there's a couple adjustments I'm going to have to make so I can get the rest of her hand over here. It's another lady standing here, and I need to get her hand in there. So that is going to take a little time to figure out how I'm going to adjust it to get it on here. I've got to sew some extra fabric on the side so it'll fit in my Q-snap, and then I've got to adjust the chart so that I can get it all on the fabric. That's gonna be a while. That one didn't go on the WIP go board because it has too much extra stuff I have to do to it. Okay, now I believe that there was a change made in the WIP go this year where anything you put on it, you have the whole year to do whatever you have to do to it. Whatever your goal is, you have the whole year to do that. Last year, it wasn't like that. Last year, whatever your goal, you set your goal, that was for the month that that number or that item was called. I'm going to do it that way this year too. So, this is Hannah Cat. Hannah Cat. This is my start. This is my WIP. This is where I'm at on this one. And this is on a 32 count opalescent. Or is it 32 count or maybe 28 count? I can't find my card here. But this is from Soda Stitch. Yeah, Soda Stitch. So if you want this chart, it's from Soda Stitch. And this will, my goal is to finish it. This is one of the 9 that I want to finish. And it's, of course, in my clear front bag with the lining, the cat lining. This is one of the bags that I make myself using Vanna's tutorial as a base, and I tweaked her bag, and I put the vinyl on the front so I can see what's in there before I have to go digging. So this next WIP, it is a cross stitch art chart. It's on Etsy, and it's called Crystal. The name, it's Crystal. And this is where I'm at on her. Now Crystal on my WIP go board is not a finished. This is 1,000. This is a put in 1,000 stitches. Now, before this number is called, I can still work on these WIPs during the rest of the year. So if the mood strikes me to work on this and it hasn't been called yet, I can work on it. So I can put as many stitches in as I want to, but my goal for the WIP go board will be 1,000 stitches. Okay, the next one is a lady called Ella. This was a collaboration between Ingleside Imaginarium, and the designer is Ebony Short. I'm sorry, Ebony Short and Brittany Church. It's a collaboration. This was the original drawing for her dress design, And Brittany turned it into converted into a cross stitch chart. And this is as far as I've gotten so far. But I love stitching on this. So that's another one I'm going to put in 1,000 stitches on. A very beautiful chart and a beautiful design. So, and I have to put things back in the bags. If not, it will be a total mess. So, I mean, I already have to stuff them back in the box, but that's easier than stuffing them back in, finding them and putting them all back in at one time. Okay, this one. Okay. This is from Owl Forest Embroidery. The Sun and the Moon. And this is where I'm at so far. I have to fill in the rest of the sun. There's a moon that goes here, and I believe some clouds above it. And I'm stitching this. I think this is a 28 count. Yeah, it's a 32 count Joblin lamb's wool. 32 count, but it's large. I think it was originally stitched on a higher count. Well, it may have been on 32. I'm stitching it on 32, so that's what size mine is. Okay, my next WIP is Manny Di Donna. And this is the right to vote. This is where I'm at on this one. Okay. This is on a Under the Sea Fabrics, and it is where is my, I don't know. Oh, here we go. No, this is a Silk Weavers. I'm sorry. It's a Silk Weaver Merino, 32 count. Milano. Some Silk Weavers. Okay, this is Patriotic. There wasn't a name when, I don't know if she's named her yet. This is from Rachel Moore. I'm sorry, that was actually the chart, but you couldn't see anything from there, so good luck with that. And she is just about, this is going to be another one of those finishes. This one is on a 32 count off-white Lugana. And most of the stitching is done. I just got some back stitching, and I wanted to put some beading on it, so that'll be a finish when that number's called, or if I decide to work on her before it's called. And then once that number's called, then I've already got it finished, so I can check that one off. Okay, these, and I call it a WIP because this chart has 3 little designs on it, and that, so far I've only stitched 2. So that's why it's still called a WIP. Let's see. I've got this one finished, and this one finished. So there's one more. The children were all nestled. That's this one. So that's the one that's left on this chart to be stitched. So that's why it's considered a WIP, because it has 3 designs on there and they aren't done. I've got this whole set of the night before Christmas ornaments. Eventually I'll stitch all of them. My next one is Emerald City. It was the free one given out by Al Forrest. And this is on the 32 count from Under the Sea Fabrics. It's on Hurricane from Under the Sea Fabrics. Hurricane, see what I did? Okay. It wasn't a hurricane, it was a cyclone. But same thing. But this is where I'm at so far. I've got a little bit more to do. Let's see if it helps to put if I put the board behind it. Alright, so yeah, this is an Al Forrest. You can still get the charts, I believe. And she's also made it to where you can purchase a thread kit. You know, I think she kits it up for you now. You can order it from. You can order the kits. The thread kits from McKenna at 1884 Stitchery. So, check her out. I think you can still get the free chart on Al Forrest's website. But if you want to get the original threads, I use DMC myself. If you want to get the original chart, you know, thread pack, 1884. This one you've seen a million times. This is my Hogwarts Crest. I did get a lot of, pretty much, you know, a lot of work actually on this part, and it's 3/4 done. So this will be a finish in 2021. And you've seen it 1,000 times. But so it's on my WIP Go board. This is one I don't know if I showed you this one before or not. It's a small one. I think they kept getting lost. I got this from 1884. I bought this from McKenna. And it came with a little round tin, which is over there. And I'm going to finish it. Don't know why I didn't finish it already, but for some reason it got put away. And this is where I'm at on that one. So it will be finished. This is my, I think this is my, probably my oldest WIP from 2014. This was a Primitive Hair Mystery Stitch Along. On Wednesday we stitched black. This was the last of the, I think it was like 12 or 13 individual charts that you get once a month. And this is the last one. There's another witch, just like that one, that belongs on this side. It's a lot of black stitching. But this will be the last one, and this will be a finish. And that's on Wednesday we stitch black. So this one has been hanging around since 2014. It's just a lot of black at one time, so, but it's going to be a finish. This is from Stitch Rovia. The Yin and Yang. I think EJ from Sunshine Stitchers is working on hers, and this is where I'm at so far. I'll get that top quarter of the other side with the sunrise. This is on a 25 count, not 25 count, but 22 count hardanger. And it's stitched 1/2, or 1/, however you want to count this. One thread. One strand of DMC. And I love working on that. Once I get, I love all my charts. Is when I'm working on them, I love them. So I did have to get rid of one because I only had like 500 stitches in it, and it had been lingering. So we can't have any lingerers. This is a chart that my niece had charted for me. It's me. Just me. That's what I call it. Just me. And I've got a quarter of it stitched. This is on a 14 count oatmeal Ada. And as you can see, there's my face and the outline of my glasses. So I will be putting some more stitches in there. I like that one too. This one I haven't worked on a whole lot. I don't know why, but it's going to get some stitches this year. This is Frankie the Thinker from Glendon Place. And I'm stitching it on 28 count Picture This Plus Hunted. And this is where I'm at on this one so far. I have his body and beginning of his legs. And that's it. I really got to get some stitches in here. Smokey's at my door. I closed my door so I wouldn't have any interruptions. And he's at my door because he hears me talking. And my husband's home. And he's laughing because Smokey is trying to stand up at the door and open my door. Anyway, This is a chart that I picked up in New Orleans. It's CW Designs Ironwork Gate. I love it. It's another beautiful chart. And this is how far I'm getting on that. That is the width of the design. So it's going to go up and down a little farther. But this is the middle. And this is on, I think 16, I think this is 16 count Ada. And the chart is full coverage, even though it's small, it's full coverage, so the white Ada was all that it really needed. But you know me and full coverage. But I like stitching on this one, so I'll be putting in some more stitches on that one. This is my highest count fabric. Well, this is 36 count fabric. This is one of the highest count fabrics I've ever worked on. Normally at first it was 28 count was my highest, and then I ventured and went up to 32. And this is a 36. But I love that fabric. This is Repeat the Sound and Joy from Kathy Barrick. Love that black swan. And this is how far I've gotten. Got the wings. And that fabric is gorgeous. I love it. It is really gorgeous. The stitches are so tiny on 36. I've never stitched on 40 count. This is a 36 count, like I said, from, oh, I didn't tell you who it was from. This is from Seraphim hand-dyed fabric by Lori. And that's her card. So 36 has been the limit of my cross stitch. The next one is another one my niece purchased for me. This is the Martin Luther King Memorial. She purchased this when she was here in DC. She went down to the memorial and she bought it at the park department. I think it's one of the stores, I think, downtown in DC. It's from the Posey collection. They usually do like the national parks. So this is the Martin Luther King Memorial. And this is done on a 16 or 18 count Ada. And these stitches, and it's again, this is a full coverage and the stitches are tiny. But you can see at a distance, you can really see the detail. So I've got that part done. And I'll be working on that one as part of my WIP goal, to get some more stitches in it. You know me and full coverage, they take a long time. Again, a full coverage. And see, I don't like full coverage. I don't know why, but these I like. This is a Teresa Fugit Pray. And I've been working on this one for a few years. She didn't get a lot of stitching last year, but now that she's on my WIP board, I'll get got a lot more work on her. And this is where I'm at so far. Very pretty. This is a 32 count. Yeah, just dumped all the threads out. Sorry. See what I'm rushing? This is on a 32 count Weeks Dye Works Angel Hair. My next chart is from a book. I believe it's from I think it's from a book that I've got, and I can't remember what the name of the book is. But the chart it's from Jeanette Cruz Designs, and it's called Tribal Beauties. This one doesn't have a lot of work to be done on it either. It's more, there's a border that goes around and backstitch. So it doesn't have a lot to go. So that'll be a finish. But I like it. I love the colors. I love bright colors. And these are very pretty and vibrant colors. Okay, there's a few more. $27 doesn't seem like a big number, but let's see, I've got 2, 4, 5 more, 6 more. Okay, this one is from Barbara Betts. This is African Angel. And it is done on a 28 count, I think it's 28 count off-white Aida, not Aida, even weave. And this is where I'm at so far. Yes, I see paws underneath my door. He was asleep when I first started this video. Smokey, is that you? If I'm letting me in, I'll have to pay him to get rid of it. The next one is Silver Creek Samplers. This is called Fireside Sampler. Another sampler. This one is a little different because it's a long, thin one, and it's all words. And it won't take long to do since the words are quick. But for some reason I stopped here and I never get back to it. This is the first end. So I think I'm going to go for a finish on this one since the words, you know, go quickly. Lettering is always quicker. This one only needs beads and backstitch, I believe. Well, I may have gotten all the backstitch done, but it definitely has beads. And this is Christmas Dreams by Joan Elliott. Now you can do the red version or the blue version. I of course changed the skin color and did the blue version. He needs some beading. Yes, all the back. I did all the backstitch. The backstitch is done. He just needs beads. And he's done on a 14 count gold dusted Ada. This was the actual fabric that the design was made for. Like I said, it's by Joan Elliott. And I love this. So he may even be FFO by next Christmas. Not this year, 2021. 2020 didn't really deserve a lot of anything. 2020 has been a trying year. Okay. This is Nora Corbett Bella. I finished, as you know, I finished Bella Butterfly. I'm working on Bella B. Yeah, Bella B. And these were both full coverage. But I decided that instead of using a white fabric and stitching all of the background, I changed the color of the fabric to match what was on, well, to be similar to what is on the chart. So this is Bella B. And this one I decided to do beading as it's being stitched. Instead of waiting till the end, there are so many beads. Her headdress, all of this, those are beads. See? A lot of beads. So I decided to bead as I was going. So there's a few more beads to be beaded down here as part of her earring that hangs, you know, all the way down here. And she has a staff up here that has to be stitched and beaded. So this will hopefully be a 2021 finish. That's a Nora Corbett, and the fabric that I'm using is Daphne from Under the Sea Fabrics, 28 count Lugana, and it's Under the Sea Fabrics. And the chart is from Nora Corbett. Another one of, I think, EJ's starts. Okay, another one. This is another Joan Elliott. This is the Fairy Delights Biscorn U. And the stitching is complete. However, it does need beading. That's the top of the Biscorn U, and this will be the bottom or the back. And they need to be assembled. So this is definitely a finish. I like that. And this is done like on a mint green 14 count Ada. I made biscuit news before, so I'm familiar with how to put them together. They're actually easier than they look, and I can't wait to use some of my crushed walnut shells. That's another reason Smokey can't come in. He tore through my bag of 10-pound bag of crushed walnut shells, and I just happened to notice that the bag was torn. It was inside of another bag, so I had to go out and get a container, normally one that you would use, you know, put cereal in, one of the tall, to put my crushed walnut shells in. So they are the ground lizard bedding from the pet store. Okay. This one I believe is my oldest WIP. This is from this is the Advent Animals from Brooks Books, and I'm sure everybody's seen it by now when they know this chart or these charts. This was a giveaway, a freebie mystery design that she did, I think in 2014, I believe it was. And I got the bright idea that this napkin, or this well, it's called like a kitchen towel, and I bought it at Walmart, and I had the brave idea that I could stitch on it. This is as close to as I think I've gotten to 40 count, and I'm up to number 14 out of the 24 or 25. Yeah, and I decided I wanted to put them all on one big hand towel. So I can get up to number 24 on here. So 3 squares. I've got 2 of them bordered out already. So maybe I can get, I said 3 squares. This on my WIP go, I may even do more than that, but at least 3. Hopefully one of these Christmases it'll be done. I don't know why I thought I could stitch on that, but I guess I can. I get that far, but and last but not least, this is my current WIP that I've been working on this week and last week. This is from Silver Creek Samplers, and it's called Moonshine. And I'm stitching it on a 32 count even weave from Fabric Flare, and it's called Charcoal. Yeah, this is called Charcoal, and this is where I'm at so far. I've got all the words done. They were the quickest. So I've got all the words done. And I'm starting to work on her dress and the moon. Now, the call for fabrics were Dempsey and Weeks Dye Works. her dress on the chart, as you can see, looks almost black. So it's supposed to be a dark, I'm assuming it's a dark blue. Looks almost black to me. But the DMC conversions, I like the way it looks though. It's more of a purple. And I like the way it looks. So, this is what I am currently working on. And those are my WIPs. So, now, I have a surprise. I want to do a giveaway, but it won't be like any other giveaway. I am going to give away 2 items my husband supplied me with because he is a collector and I've joined him in his hobby also. As you can see, if you note, I have several Funko Pops back here and up here, and he collects what you call mystery boxes, and he has gotten several of this particular Funko Pop, and we've given some to my son, we've sent some, given my daughter, so he had extras, and so I decided I'm going to use them as giveaways. I'm sure you would know what I'm talking about when you see it. This is from the Disney Star Wars. It is the child Funko Pops, the bobbleheads. And I have 2. One, if you can see past the glare, he's eating a frog. If you watch The Mandalorian, you've seen the episode, I believe it was last season, where he eats this frog, or tries to. This is one where he's eating soup out of a little cup. So, these will be giveaway. These are my giveaway. And like I said, thanks to my husband, he furnished these 2 pops. And there'll be some little extras in with, maybe in with those pops. So, if you are 18, you have to be 18 to join the giveaway. Don't say giveaway in your comment. If you do, your comment will be deleted. I would appreciate it if you were a follower of my channel. I may or may not go through my followers and find you and check to see if you are. So if you aren't, follow my channel. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And like I said, if you mention giveaway, you're out. So, what I'm going to do, I have to look at my calendar now because I did not set a date. And it will be after Christmas. And maybe even after the shipping will definitely be after the New Year. Because I am not facing it post office. And one last thing, sorry. Well, never mind. I'll ship them anywhere. Okay, let's see. Today is the... What is today? Friday. The 18th. Today is the 18th. So, I will put this to the 8th of January. Because next Friday is Christmas, and the following Friday is New Year's. So, I will do a video on the 8th of January. The 8th of January. And this is for one of two Funko Pops. The child, one with the frog, one with the cup. And just so you know, he has a name other than the child. His name is Grogu. Spelled exactly like it sounds, Grogu. So, if you are a Mandalorian fan, which I am, and we are, you would love these. So, like I say, this will be my giveaway. It's a little different, but then I'm a little different. So, that's about it. I'm going to pause and I'm going to go get Smokey so he can make his appearance and we'll be done. Hold on one second. If I can work my way over this mountain of... Here we go. Here's Smokey. Here we go. Now, for you Smokey fans, you've got your fix of Smokey for the year. Oh. Say hi, Smokey. Say hi. Look. That's you. Okay. So, I will see you in January.